we wanted to introduce our Founders Day committee members. Some of them are probably already working really hard. But for early childhood, we have Erica Shields and Alyssa Dam. So if you're in here, kind of wave. What? Louder. For the elementary school, Christina Savori. For Dover Intermediate School, Mary Macias. Lee Bernison Middle School, Jessica Kim. And Westlake High School, she's doing double duty, Mary Macias again. So we're thankful that we can all gather again. You know, we had a couple years where we weren't able to do this. So Westlake is one of the last remaining PTAs that holds one of these celebration dinners for Founders Day. Our council, I don't know, the state PTA rep told me that last year. So we're pleased that you joined us this year to honor our deserving award recipients. Can you hear me back there?
Louder, louder.
Okay, so I have to yell. Is that better? You can hear. Maybe you need hearing aids, Jess. We just wanted to thank everybody here for all that you do as volunteers, administrators, teachers, or community leaders to help make our students' experiences and lives better. Your efforts do not go unnoticed.
I'm grateful that we can all be here in person to honor our Founders Day winners. You're in for an amazing night filled with some stories about volunteers doing some really great things. And if we've done our jobs correctly, the winners won't know that they won. They won't even suspect it. And they're humble and think that so many others do more than they do. They've been coerced, maybe even bamboozled, to get into this room. So maybe a little fib or two have been told, maybe an outright lie. And so you winners need to kind of forgive us for some of that. And remember that we are your biggest supporters. So thank you. Now we'd like to invite up Lola Wenham, the president of the Westlake Council of PTAs.
So she's got her own script. Okay. And then she's also Brian. Okay.
Can everyone hear me? Okay. Good evening. This evening, 3 different awards will be presented. The Ohio Achievement Award, the Helping Hands Award, and the TNPTA Award. The Ohio PTA Achievement Award will be given to a deserving member of each of our 6 PTA units. The recipients of this award have given outstanding service to children and youth in our community. A monetary donation is made in their honor to the Ohio PTA Memorial Scholarship Fund for graduating high school students across the state. Second, the Helping Hands Award is a district-wide award given to a PTA member who has provided high-level PTA involvement and support, has made a positive impact on the lives of children, has participated in activities involving children and youth, and is dedicated to the PTA purposes. The Helping Hands Award recipient will be presented with a plaque, and their nomination will go on to the district level. The third and final award given out tonight is the TNPTA. The recipient of the TNPTA is a certified educator who is a PTA member involved with the educational process of the children in the Westlake City School District. The recipient provides a high level of involvement in and support of the PTA, has made a positive impact on the lives of children, and is dedicated to the mission of the PTA. The TNPTA recipient will be presented with a plaque, and their nomination will go on to the district level as well. I would like to say thank you to the Founders Day recipients from the past, many of who are with us here again tonight, and congratulations to tonight's recipients. We don't join or serve the PTA for the awards or accolades, but your commitment to go above and beyond for the achievement of a program and or take on a role in serving the students, staff, and families in our community should be celebrated. So thank you again. Before we move on to our next speaker on the awards, we would like to recognize our special guest with us this evening. So please help me welcome with a round of applause at the end, Miss Rebecca Shook, Manager of Youth Services at the Westlake Border Public Library. Rebecca. I see how well we still follow directions outside of the classroom. That's cool. I was given a 3-minute time limit. We are more than welcome to give applause. State Representative Bride Rose Sweeney, thank you for being with us here tonight. Westlake Council Member Nick Nanari. Thanks, Nick. Westlake Council President Dave Greenspan. Westlake City School District Superintendent Dr. Scott Goggin. Westlake Board of Education President Barb Lazinski. Barb. Vice President Liz Piernot. There's Liz. Member Joe Kraft. We would like to thank all of your support for the Westlake Council PTAs. I would now like to welcome our next speaker, Westlake Board of Education President, Mrs. Barb Lazinski.
First of all, I want to thank you for inviting me to say a few words. The Westlake PTA units are absolutely amazing. And in all my years of being involved with PTAs, I have never, ever seen any PTA units with the energy that Westlake has. And that's energy in all caps. Trust me, you are unbelievable. I had many jobs in my years in PTA when my children were in school. Sharing the fun fairs, which I don't think we do here anymore, with all those little plastic trinkets and toys that the kids love. I sold snacks at middle school sporting events, and I don't know how PTA was relegated to this job, but I've even checked many heads for head lice over the years, and it's like, really, PTA does that? So we used those little plastic coffee stirrers from McDonald's. They were white, and now they don't make them anymore, but it's interesting. Okay, so when my son was in kindergarten, a notice went out that they needed a newsletter editor. Alrighty. So I signed right up. I thought this would be a pretty glamorous job. And it consisted of gathering all of the material. Remember, this was before cell phones and computers even. And I had to drag my 3-year-old and my baby then up to the school to use the mimeograph machine. Now, I think most of you in this room are too young to even know what a mimeograph machine is, but that's the way, some of you are shaking your heads. It was the least expensive way to make copies back in the 70s or 80s, so if you're my age, you would be very familiar, and I see somebody cranking. Yes, so this is the definition of it. A mimeograph printed copies by pressing ink through a stencil onto paper, which was pulled by a crank through a system of rollers. And it involved a lot of blue ink, which anybody who used it ended up with blue ink on their hands and on your clothes. So I ruined many an outfit that way. And the neat thing was that I also had my toddler and my baby, and they were crawling all over the office floor. So it was a real chore. But then it had to be collated and mailing labels put on. And so that was my very first experience as the newsletter editor. So I have to say we've come a long way, baby, especially when it comes to PTA newsletters. And lastly, I especially want to say thank you, and because we do appreciate the scholarships that you give to our graduating seniors. And that's an awesome event at the high school. Mr. Woods, when is it, in May? May 15th? 16th. It's just a lot of fun to see the kids get their awards. So thank you very much for the scholarships that you give. And I want to say thank you to all of you here for everything that you do, because we couldn't do what we do without all of you. And that's it.
And we would like to invite Bride Rose Sweeney up to she's going to read the proclamation. We are going to give the proclamations to each person that won at the time of their award presentation.
Well, good evening, everyone. Before I read the proclamation, I just briefly want to say that last year was my very first Founder Day Award in Westlake, and I was truly blown away. Out of all of the PTA associations, as a representative for the past 6 years, I can say without a doubt, this is truly one of the most involved, remarkable, and if every school district had a PTA half as remarkable as you are, we would live in a better world. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for being the example that everyone reaches out to be. Now, obviously, I won't say the winners, but everyone who is getting an award will get an official Ohio House of Representative accommodation signed by your representative, myself, and also the Speaker of the House. And it says, on behalf of the members of the Ohio House of Representatives of the 135th General Assembly, we are pleased to congratulate, to be determined, on receiving a PTA Achievement Award from the Ohio Parent Teacher Association. You are a remarkable individual, combining civic concern and dedication with selfless initiative to become a dynamic leader in your community. And this prestigious distinction has been accorded to you for your contributions to education in Ohio. Active with the Westlake Early Childhood PTA, you have served in a variety of roles, and through your unflattering devotion to service and achievement, you have distinguished yourself as a conscientious and hardworking Ohioan, willingly giving of your time, energy, and abilities. You have striven to better the world around you, and through tremendous efforts, you have earned the appreciation and esteem of all who know you. We are certain that in the years to come, you will continue to demonstrate the same unwavering commitment to excellence for which you have become known for. You are truly deserving of high praise. Thus, it is with sincere pleasure that we commend you on this accolade and salute you as one of Ohio's finest citizens. Congratulations to all those who are going to be awarded.
To begin our Ohio Achievement Award presentations, we'll start this evening with the Westlake Early Childhood PTA. Once each award recipient is announced, the recipient will join us here at the podium. After the recipients receive their award and proclamation, they will be escorted to the lobby to be photographed. Our first presenters are Aaron Kolar, president of the Westlake Early Childhood PTA, and Aaron, I'm sorry if I mess it up, Figuera Hughes. As they make their way up to the podium, presenters, I just want to say a few things about the Westlake Early Childhood PTA. The Westlake Early Childhood PTA is like the best organization. It's filled with active moms who want to make the most of those precious preschool years. And I'm like, really, who am I kidding? They just want to get out of the house, right? I was one of those moms. So when I moved here in 2001, I had an 8-month-old, and I was working out at the rec center, and I didn't know anybody, and I met a girl in the class, Chris Kennedy. You might know her, Cookies by Chris. And anyway, I told her, it's like, oh, I don't know anybody. And she's like, oh, do I have a group for you? She walked out like this, come join the Westlake Early Childhood PTA. Conveniently, she was the membership chairperson. And so anyway, I joined, and then I met some of my best friends ever. So the rest is history. And I made great friends, wonderful memories. We took some great adventures. I have scrapbooks filled with like all these pictures and things like that. And my husband said I'm allowed to say this. To this day, my husband blames Chris Kennedy for all my PTA volunteer work. Without further ado, we're going to let Aaron and Aaron present their award to their recipient.
Good evening. My name is Erin Kohler. I'm the current president of the Westlake Early Childhood PTA. I'm in my second year as the president, and it's an honor to be here tonight to talk to you and reward our award winner. This is very appropriate following on the heels of what Bev just said, but there are a lot of reasons that people join PTA, whether it's to assist in their own child's engagement and development and learning environment, to ensure that teachers are supported and connected within the district, or to have an opportunity to be involved in the educational process. We all have a reason, and we all know what that reason is. At the Early Childhood PTA, we're in kind of a different sphere than the rest of the PTAs within the district because our school, we don't have a school that we're directly in line with, and most of our events don't relate to any sort of school activity. I personally joined the Early Childhood PTA because my boss just could not stop talking about how amazing her experience was in her district with the Early Childhood PTA. So as soon as I had moved to Westlake with a brand new baby and a 3-year-old, we went to the membership drive and we joined up. We knew about the field trips and the experiences, but what I didn't necessarily anticipate was the community. The group of amazing parents and kids who not only have fun together, but stand beside each other and step up when things are rough, who provide support or advice for challenges in this chaotic life we all lead with small children, or simply listen when somebody's had a bad day. WEC PTA is often talked about as a gateway drug, if you'd pardon the expression, or maybe a stepping stone, if you prefer that phrase, to PTA involvement. And I think it's fair to say that if you get involved in Early Childhood PTA, you will continue to be an involved member of the PTAs throughout your children's school experiences. But like everything, you tend to get what you give when it comes to PTA. Erin here is a perfect example of that. She volunteered to be our 3rd vice president at her very first meeting. With no prior PTA experience, with no prior involvement, with no idea what she was signing up for, she said, "Oh, you need a 3rd vice president? I'm your girl." As a testament to that theory of getting out of PTA what you put into it, here she is less than 2 years later, still our 3rd vice president, also a chairperson at the council level, an active member there with connections to our community and friends for herself and her children, her 2 young boys, who are at the same stage of their lives as she is. The person that we're here to honor tonight for the WEC PTA Outstanding Achieve Award for Early Childhood is another example of you get what you give. Plot twist. Erica Shields, I'm not even gonna get started before I cry. We warned you that there was lying and subterfuge afoot. Erica Shields joined Early Childhood PTA on January 15th, 2020, almost exactly 2 months before the world shut down and everything that we were used to and expected changed almost overnight. Her son Jules was 2. She was pregnant with Lorelei, and Deke wasn't yet a glimmer in her eye. During this time, we found that a lot of people didn't quite get the full WEC PTA experience. Gone were the field trips as we knew them, the social events, the children's parties and in-person meetings. Instead, we were suddenly hanging out on Zoom, picking up craft field trips off of porches, visiting Santa on a computer, and doing drive-by birthday celebrations. While we did the best we could, and there was a certain charm to our efforts, it was a particularly difficult time for new members to connect for understandable reasons. This did not stop Erica. She wisely didn't take on a role that first year. She had a newborn, but the year after took on both the Sunshine and Advocacy chairs with fervor. Her role as the Sunshine Chair was to connect with members who were dealing with struggles in their lives or illnesses or other things, and to provide sunshine in their life with the help of her committee. This role turned out to exemplify who Erica is as a person and be a fantastic fit. The following year, she stayed on as Sunshine Chair and added the role of Council Delegate, getting more involved with Early Childhood PTA and Council. She took every opportunity during her time to get to know other members, to check in on them and brighten their day with a sweet text or a kind gesture. This year, she volunteered to be our treasurer, and when she heard that we hadn't yet filled that second council delegate position, she stepped up and offered her time and efforts to continue to fill that role, even planning the celebration tonight with her co-chair, come chief subterfuge chair, Alyssa. Erica is steadfast and exemplifies excellence in any role that she takes on. If she says she's going to do it, you know it's going to get done, and that it's going to get done in the best way possible. Above and beyond all else, the time and effort she has put into making our financial processes more efficient and effective, and everything she's done, Erica leads from the heart. She's a devoted mother and wife and daughter, and she brings that energy to everything she does. Even in the face of her own personal family challenges, she continues to be there for everyone around her, including her early childhood PTA community, offering to do one more thing, sending one more check-in text to friends when she's concerned about whether or not they're struggling, offering to pick things up at the store when she's there. She is genuine and gives selflessly of herself to everyone around her and epitomizes what it means to be a part of the Westlake Early Childhood PTA. I'm sorry I went over my 3 minutes, and now I'm going to pass it off to Erin. We can't help ourselves.
I figured since I'm up here, I would say a few words because I was coming up anyway.
There was supposed to be more subterfuge.
Yes.
It's okay.
I'm excited to present this award to Erica because I remember the first day that I met her. It was actually my first meeting, and I remember I said I wasn't going to do this. She was holding her little baby, and it was the first time that I had seen another mom who had a baby just at the same time I did, because our sons are just the same age. And of course, she was talking about her leadership on the Sunshine Committee, of all things, leading a team solely dedicated to offering support and bringing love and light to people who in the community who are just kind of going through it and need a little bit of a shoulder. Erica's involvement in PTA has impacted the lives of our children because she truly recognizes the importance of PTA. Our work is more than just a theme party or a monthly touch-base meeting. It's a thoughtful and intentional presence in our children's lives. Our engagement and influence reverberates beyond the walls of our homes and classrooms and says to our fellow parents and educators, I care about your child's well-being. Thank you for also caring about mine. Erica continues to embody that energy, and it is reflected in her PTA leadership roles, Sunshine Committee, Council Delegate, and Treasurer. She takes her commitment seriously and does so with integrity and grace. She is a steadfast, supportive team member and friend, a strong, adoring mother and wife, and the Westlake Early Childhood PTA in the city of Westlake is incredibly lucky to have her as part of our community. It is my honor to present you with this award. Thanks, everyone.
Dad knows his wife too. It's a twist off too. You wanna get me? No, keep it. Get the wine.
Okay, we're voting him Dad of the Year because I don't think that's a first, okay?
Absolutely. So now, Westlake Elementary School has 2 award recipients, so we get to see this times 2 now. So, Miss Sherry Sanfilippo, Mrs. Sherry Sanfilippo, and Mrs. Sarah Hughes, please come up to present the first award.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah Hughes, president at WES. Oh, I'm sorry. Tonight we celebrate a member of our WES PTA who embodies the strength and talent of our organization. This incredible person had immensely huge shoes to fill upon joining the exec board 2 years ago and did so with grace, humor, and complete dedication. Not only did Diane Metzger keep the WES PTA communications machine running flawlessly, she used her talent and nonprofit experience to develop the inaugural WES PTA Fun Run, raising over $40,000 for our school. Diane is passionate about fundraising for our WES PTA and knew that with the help of a team of like-minded individuals, they could put together an incredible fundraiser that could be easily replicated year after year. Our first WES PTA Fun Run was a smashing success, and Diane is, of course, already busy planning for the Fun Run for next school year.
Diane is what PTA is all about. Parents using their strengths and their talents for the betterment of our school community. She works diligently to keep WES families in the know of all things PTA. She looks for innovative ways to promote our PTA members as well as all of our committees. She supports the work done by our school community by tirelessly volunteering for anything and everything it is that she can. Diane, you are so deserving of this recognition for all you've accomplished and all you have given to our school community. We are proud to call you our friend, and we are so honored to present this award to you tonight. Congratulations.
Do I get to talk for a minute? 1 minute. Okay, I'll be very brief. I want to say thank you. Hello, family. I hope you had fun at Olive Garden tonight. To all of you overachievers out there, I want to say thank you. It's been a pleasure to work with you, and I also have learned in the last 2 years that if you are taking on a new challenge of any kind, make sure that you are working with people who are used to working with small children, because you can show up with an entire list of 47 questions, and when you're done, they will look at you with a straight face and say, "What else?" And that is not something that you get a lot of places, so thank you very, very much, and it's a pleasure to see all of you tonight.
You want to do this one? Okay, that's you.
Okay. All right. Westlake Elementary School number 2. All right, this is Aaron Kohler, Sarah Hughes again, and Tina Savori. Please come up to present this second Ohio Achievement Award for the Westlake Elementary School. Thank you.
I joked with Sherry that I was going to be up here all night. I'm excited to be up here again to present our second award winner from WES. She's been a longstanding fixture in several of our Westlake PTAs for many years. In fact, I had to double check that she had never won before. It seemed impossible to me. Her accomplishments and contributions are many. Katie Kruger has served on the Evening with Santa Committee as a playgroup coordinator, fundraising co-chair, vice president, and president with the Early Childhood PTA. Once she came up to WES, she served as head room parent, VP of Specials, and Field Day Savior. That last one is in jest, but really speaks to Katie's character. She does so much behind the scenes work for our school community. She's the type of person that will just do something to make sure it gets done without calling attention to her work. When our Field Day team was a little bit novice last year and a little bit absent, Katie stepped up and practically planned the whole thing herself. Her role as VP should have meant she was overseeing others, not planning all the things. But that's just how Katie is, quietly making sure things are getting done so our kids have a great experience. Katie has filled all of these roles happily and still takes time to check in with other executive board members to see what they need, She volunteers for everything that's available and is a wonderful friend.
Are you ready to play Wheel of Katie? So we have a magical Wheel of Katie. I am going to spin it. Whee! Okay, so it's Katie. Katie is volunteering with the PTA. Katie is hanging out with her beautiful family. Katie is giving of herself to all of us, to her family, to her community. And she does it with a smile and with fun, and she's always, always there. Erin, do you want to spin the wheel of Katie?
It's Katie! And me and Tina. Volunteering for PTA. I met Katie, like many longtime PTA friends did, in early childhood PTA. Surprise, surprise. It seems as though the minute she joined, she got involved, taking on 2 chair positions, hospitality and babysitting co-op, in her first year. One of my favorite early memories of Katie was at the membership drive we had in October of 2018. We were both pretty new members. We were working hard at this membership drive, working our tables, and Katie was working so hard at the event that she locked her keys in her car. Thankfully, Safety Pup was there, AKA Officer Rick Rain in disguise. And my favorite picture of her, which didn't make it to the wheel, is her whispering to Safety Pup while he's trying to figure out how to unlock her car for her. And it just exemplifies who Katie is, because even through that challenging day, she maintained such a happy and upbeat attitude, and I think she and Safety Pup could have just gone out and partied the rest of the day. Taking on the hospitality chair was an easy and appropriate fit for Katie. She is one of the friendliest people I know, and what's been described by other nominators as a contagious positive attitude that makes her fun to work with. Her generous personality is likely what has enabled her to pull off and manage the incredible jobs she has taken on throughout her PTA career, with aplomb. Katie is a leader who doesn't naturally gravitate towards that role. When she stepped up to take over as president of the Early Childhood PTA in the midst of the pandemic, I volunteered to be her first VP, mostly so I could just hang out with her more. She led then and now, not only effectively, but thoughtfully, always letting others shine in their roles while she supported them in whatever way possible and was needed, working her magic to bring complex and evolving projects to fruition for the benefit of all of Westlake's children and families. One thing that resonates with me about Katie is just how genuine she is. She is a joy to be around, a true and caring friend, and she is one of the best, and so very deserving of one of these elementary school Outstanding Achievement Awards. So thank you, Katie, for everything you've done.
Good job. Yeah, you gotta spin your wheel. We love you. Good job.
I got my prize wheel.
Gotta go back to Sarah's house.
Sticky tack.
Thank you guys so much. I have loved being a part of this community, and I'm so grateful to work with all of you. Thank you.
It's in you.
Me again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's
Jen
me
gets
again.
to speak a lot.
I guess I get to speak a lot. All right, the next award is for Dover Intermediate School and is presented by Sherry Sanfilippo. Get to see her again. So just so you know, we are going to see a lot of familiar faces up here presenting these awards, mostly because, you know, we do run in a lot of the same circles. So, yeah. All right, thank you, Sherry.
Good evening again. Tonight, DIS celebrates one of our most steadfast and dedicated members. This person has been an active member of our PTA since his time in the Early Childhood PTA. This person is someone we count on to offer advice, or a different perspective, someone that answers the call for support, attends and actively contributes to all of our meetings, as well as expertly executes their role as committee chair. Andy Huffman. Andy serves as our audit chair for DIS, as he has done so since his time at WES. It is a thankless, behind-the-scenes position that is very important to all of our units. Andy is thorough and efficient in the execution of his role and makes being a member of the audit team enjoyable. Jim said that, Andy, just so you know. As one of the only fathers that actively attends and contributes to our PTAs, Andy is a very important part of our PTA and school community. Throughout the years, Andy has always been someone we can rely on and has passionately carried out his duties. Andy, we thank you for your leadership, your tenacity, and your dedication to your role. We are grateful to you, and we hope you continue to serve your school community for many years to come. Congratulations.
I just want to say a quick thank you to my fellow early childhood play group, Mother Lola Wenham, and everyone else who made a place for the only father in the group. Thank you.
Okay, we wanted to take this moment, just kind of a quick break, and recognize the presidents and the principals of our different PTA units and schools. This night would not be possible without all the help from all the PTA units and the schools working as a team. We would like to recognize those individuals who helped make this night happen. Please stand to be recognized and remain standing until all names have been called. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. Westlake Early Childhood PTA President Erin Kolar, we've seen her a lot. Westlake Elementary School PTA President Sarah Hughes, Principals Greg Plantner, Bailey Morris, Kim Tucker, I am so sorry, and Jim Sanfilippo. Dover Intermediate President Katie Tomich, I got it. Principal Nick Miller, and Assistant Principal Paula Shaw. Want to read? Oh, no, I have to read this one. Lee Bernison Middle School PTA President Jen Fry, Principal DJ Shaw, Assistant Principal Kevin Berry. You can start reading.
Okay. Westlake High School PTSA President Diane Jordinger, Principal Rob Woods, and Assistant Principals Brittany Metzka and Corey Rojek. And she had to leave, but I am going to say her name again. Westlake Council of PTA's President Lola Wenham. So we're going to give her a round of applause as well. Okay, Dr. Scott Goggin, the Superintendent of Westlake City Schools, will say a few words. Dr. Goggin.
Thank you very much. Good evening again and welcome again, everybody. I would like to thank Bev, Jen, and the committee that puts all this together. It's always a wonderful evening. I want to acknowledge our past recipients as well as our current ones who just received awards and who will be surprised shortly as well. I just want to say that this is one of my favorite evenings. And when I think about the people in this room and what this group does that transforms our schools. You hear the saying, you know, what makes a house a home? Or what turns a city into a community? It's the same thing in school districts, where we're institutions where, yes, we provide education and experiences for kids, but what really makes it special is when you take a school district and make it a school community. And that happens with the people here, sitting around here who are giving their time, their efforts, their energies, and pouring it into our children and our schools. So a night like tonight, where we're able to get together, have some drinks, have some food, have some laughs, Now, I know we're going to be recognizing certain people tonight, but we're truly sitting in a room of all-stars. So on behalf of the Westlake Board of Education, our administration, and our staff, I would like to thank everybody for what you contribute to our schools. Enjoy the evening.
Okay, we are going to move on to the next award. I want to offer a little FYI. It's never too early to start thinking about next year's Founder Day nominees. Yes, yes, yes. In the program, there's a link to the past award recipients. Please check it out later tonight, not right now. Keep in mind, if you nominate someone for an award, do be prepared to come up here and extol their virtues. I learned that the hard way about 10 years ago when I nominated somebody and they won, and they're like, oh, you got to present. Now we've offered the people the option to present, but back then it was like, you got to do it. So anyway, tonight I would like to call up to the podium Sarah Tabling and Susan Hunter to present our next award for the Lee Burnison Middle School PTA.
We don't have any fun props. All right, so we all know it takes all types of people to keep the PTA machine running. Some members are bold, in-your-face types that hype everyone up and keep everyone's attention on the big ticket things. Nicole, I'm talking to you. Some members are wheelers, dealers, and fundraising wizards. Some members find their one thing and work hard to make that one thing amazing for the students and PTA community. And some members fly under the radar with a quiet steadfastness that enables them to keep the machine chugging along while balancing increasing loads of responsibility. Jen Fry is part of that last group. She has dedicated herself to making the Westlake She has dedicated herself to making the Westlake PTA community a better place for everyone by continuously stepping up and doing the hard things. She has been a rock-solid supporter of our PTA community, serving as PTA president for an impressive number of years at various schools, as well as assisting with Taste of Westlake Founders Day and serving in countless other roles. She's shown true leadership, guiding our PTA with kindness, authenticity, and an unwavering passion for taking care of students. Especially during the tough times of the COVID-19 pandemic, Jen fearlessly led us through numerous challenges, ensuring our school community's needs were met with care and compassion.
I will never forget how hard it was to find leadership heading into the infamous 2021 school year, with so much that was still uncertain. We were wondering if some units would have to go without a president for a period. These were the discussions we were having. Everyone was understandably overwhelmed with the unknown, including myself. That's why Jen stepping up at such a tumultuous time meant so much to our school community. I hope she knows how much this gesture meant to so many PTA members and students. Jen selflessly served as PTA president at DIS in Lee Burnison through 2021, 2022, 2023, and this year. She persevered through staff changes and funding challenges, always seeking to maintain a great environment for the students. Jen even made her commitment a family affair by recruiting her own mother, Pat Davis, who serves on the PTA most recently as a very hardworking fundraising chair for Lee Burnison. Thank you, Pat, for your efforts as one of the only active grandparent PTA members in recent history. Jen's resilience over the years has inspired us all to keep PTA going for our kids. Her hard work has made a lasting impact on all the units she served through the years, and we're deeply grateful for her selfless dedication and support for the past decade. She's a shining example of kindness and leadership, and we're honored to recognize her achievements with this award. Thank you, Jen.
Where's the script? I don't have a script.
It is my daughter's birthday today, my youngest, Mia, so I see her walking in right now, and I didn't get to spend her night of her birthday, so I get to say happy birthday to her in front of everybody tonight. So happy birthday, Amelia.
So I guess I'm on my own for this one. So, Erica, you looked a little offended when it's like, oh, they picked me and those liars. So think how hard it was to keep it from Jen, who's in charge of the whole thing, okay? We really had to be on our A game here. And anyway, so we're moving on to the next award. It's going to be the high school. Nicole Sauer will present the award for the high school PTSA. If you recall, Nicole was a Founders Day co-chair last year, and she just could not stay away. She was very helpful this year, kind of giving us a little bit of critiques, and she made all our name badges for us, etc. Nicole is one of those people I met on like the first day in early childhood PTA. So
we're best friends.
Yes. So anyway, it's like, I don't even want to know how many years that was. 23 years ago, because our kids have graduated from college now, and well, some of them. And anyway, Nicole's been there for thick and thin, and she's like, I'm going to need more than 3 minutes. So I said she could graciously have 6.
And 6 is relative, you know, like, you know, that's an Italian 6. So drink up. Okay. It is good evening. It's my pleasure to be here to present the Ohio Achievement Award for the high school recipients. A lot goes on behind the scenes to get these people here. Oftentimes, you just say, hey, you do a little lie. You say, hey, your best friend win an award. You need to be there. And usually that works, okay? Usually it works. But as you go up in high school, you know, it gets more complicated. You could be on the committee like Jen Fry out there, right? We gotta lie, okay? Lies, so much lies, okay? So when you have 2 recipients, okay, this many, that many, okay, you do kind of like the double cross, okay? So you tell, because they're married, you tell the one that the other one won. And then you tell the other one that the other one won. And then they made up such lies to each other to get them here. So we didn't even have to do nothing. All right, so they're back there. It's the Hardup family, right? That is so funny that you didn't know. You did, you got her here. You got her here. I'm proud of you. Oh, did you know something was up? Mm-hmm. All right. So I believe that every person has a gift, okay? So this is something that they're great at, right? Some people can write well. Some people can coach. Some people are good listeners. Some people can sing. Not me, you will not hear him. Some people can organize events, and some people can teach. We are fortunate in our community that we have Ellen and Dana Hardup, that they have shared their time and talents over the past 20 years to anything that their boys have been involved in. They have 4 boys, and they're all here, my friend. Are they? 1, 2, 3. Okay. You were ducking, Patrick. And they're all here today, okay? So I want to tell you about Ellen first, okay? Ellen is super organized. She is reliable, and she rolls with the punches. I met this girl, my daughter, when my daughter was in kindergarten. her oldest, Connor, was in first grade, okay? And I would always see her around with 2 to 3 children in tow, right? Any event that I went to, she was there helping, right? You go to Market Day pickup, Ellen's there. You need your groceries, get it there, okay? You go to Mally's Easter candy fundraiser, she greets you with a smile, right? So many events, tons of events at Holly Lane. Go Holly Lane, okay? All right, the most memorable event that I did, and I can remember with Ellen, was that we co-chaired the 50th celebration of Holly Lane, right? It was a wonderful celebration of this. We had, she loves to write, and she is a history buff. She loves to search all these different things. So for the open house, we had different rooms which each spanned a decade. So when people came in, they could look to see, okay, what happened in the 1970s? Oh, look, there's bell bottoms, right? 1980s, Cabbage Patch Dolls, right? All through, right? She also organized and got Mr. Bill Robichaud, who was the first principal of Holly Lane to come. What a delightful, he was 90, he is deceased now. He was fantastic. We were able to go to lunch with him, and he is exactly what you want a principal to be. I mean, he's like, back in our day, we used to go and have coffee at people's houses. We're like, at people's houses? And he's like, at people's houses. He's like, sometimes I was a gym teacher, sometimes I was the music teacher. Delightful. She got him there, right? She wrote up this beautiful synopsis, and you guys can see it on the Westlake patch, I think. It's still up there. Delightful, right? She did, but she didn't stop volunteering. She volunteered through all different events through high school as well. I'm just gonna get a synopsis. They have 4 boys, right? They're right there, right? They were the most active family in Westlake. I would say you probably are, right? Like, hands down. They were in wrestling. They were in baseball. They were in swimming. They were in band. And they were in soccer. That's a lot of going around. I mean, I have 3 kids. They have 4 kids. And I know how much go back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, right? And they always helped. If those boys were in anything, they were helping, right? Ellen, okay, 3rd quarter snack, not a problem. You need a hot dog, I got a hot dog, right? Helping out in the concession stands, going to all over the place helping, right? I met Dana in 2008 because my son, Michael, joined the Cub Scouts. Right? And Dana was the pack leader. That's the super leader. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with Scouts, but it's like main leader. Like if it was like the king. Like if it was the king, right? Who was in charge, who wore his outfits, you know. Ellen was a den leader, okay? Den mom, but leader, right? Which she was in charge. I don't know, who was it? Patrick? Was it yours? Oh, you better know. I don't know if you were. Okay, anyway. So they were so involved in the Boy Scouts. It was so fun to be in that organization. They taught boys all the beautiful disciplines. To be clean, well, not always, you know, like some of the boys, but we tried. You tried, we tried, okay? To be honest, right? To be all those beautiful things that you want in future citizens of America. The funnest thing was that Demon Derby, dude. It was fun. All right. Another thing is, what'd you say? Oh, wait a minute. I did have that written down. And they all 4, because their 2 youngest, Brexton and Brogan, just got it like 2 weeks ago. So, what? And Bennett. That's true. With Bennett Wilkinson, your kid, 2 weeks ago. Okay? So, applause to that, because that's deserving of well applause. Thank you for saying that, because it was written here, but I'm skipping around. All right, Dana, okay, so his gifts are he's organized, dependable, and that dude loves to coach. I mean, so I mentioned that those were in swimming, wrestling, football, baseball. He coached them all, right? All, hundreds and hundreds of kids. He was in CYO leagues. He was in youth leagues. He was coaching all kids, teaching all kids how to work better, how to be better teammates, and how to improve their skills. Hundreds of lives you have affected. Now, as his kids grew older, okay, he let the coaching go up to the coaches, okay? But he was still involved, right? He provides color commentary for soccer games. Color commentary. He kicked it. Now another kid kicked it. That's as much as I know. That's as much as I know, Dana. And it went in the rut. Score. Right? Good. See why you do it, not me. He runs the clock at wrestling. He runs the clock at basketball. He keeps stats for baseball, and he does the chains for football. A lot of stuff, right? W on your chest. Right? He currently became an official umpire, and he helps. So while he's umping, right, we're on the field, he's giving them tips on how to improve. Wonderful, wonderful people you are. Lastly, they are very active members of WDAT, the Westlake Demons Athletic Boosters. If you're not a member of the Boosters, you may join at any time, right, Megan? Anytime. The Westlake Demon Derby is March 23rd. You like how I got that in? Get your tickets. Oh, right here. Get your tickets today. They do so much for Demon Dab, right? They are chairpersons for multiple different sports. Dana is a veteran. He served us in the Army. For us in the Army. Thank you for your service. He is the veteran. What? And an alumni. That's a W, what I'm doing. W. Alumni. And he's on aren't you on the alumni board or something? You're on the alumni something. I read something, but I couldn't include everything. All right. Oh, let me digress, because I don't know if I said this. So, I'm going back. Okay, so whenever I, was doing the foiling, right, I said, hey guys, can you just send me something like whatever you did, because whoever's going to do this speech is going to need some data, right? So Ellen, you know how I told you she was a great writer? She writes me a 5-paragraph essay. It is the most beautiful thing that you have ever witnessed. So if something sounded fancy about Dana, she probably wrote it, okay? Dana also sent me stuff, but it was like a bullet point list of what it is, okay? But they both were useful. So the fancy stuff was Ellen's words, okay? He is a veteran. Thank you for your service. He also is in charge of the Westlake Demons Athletic Boosters has a Veterans Day display. So each team picks a veteran to honor. Right? So on Veterans Day, you will see flags lined up from the high school with a little plaque, and that's from I knew I saw the flags, I didn't know it was down there. The plaque that said who they chose, like who the team chose for their veteran. They're down there. It's super, super nice. I think you and some other person developed it. Tim Bin. They started it up, and what a wonderful tradition you created. I want to conclude, right, by saying on behalf of the Westlake community, I want to thank Ellen and Dana for all you have done. Please come up and get your Lifetime Achievement Award. There's the microphone.
Yes, thank you very much.
I thought this was really easy planning, just trying to convince that Dana was here. But Nicole, you're dead. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nicole.
Yes, thank you very much, Lori Walsh. You are in trouble. Yes, and Nicole. But it's been a pleasure, obviously, with these four guys here and Ellen. It's been a lot of fun. Everything we do for Westlake, like I said, class of '89, Megan. So that's my scorekeeping partner back there. It's been a lot of fun, and thank you. You duped me. You got me.
Yeah.
I didn't give him the black eye.
Thank you, Nicole, and congratulations, Dana and Ellen. All right, Council. So presenting Westlake Council of PTA's Ohio Achievement Award is Jessica Kim and Dave Kosovar. Thank you. Hey, Jen, there's a reason. I really wasn't lax. I just didn't submit the check request because you would have known. So it's there. I was like, yeah, there was a reason I kept, but all right. So tonight, I'm so excited to do this next one that I had to take my heels off because I'm really excited about this. So I am honored to be able to present the Ohio Achievement Award for Council. Every recipient is well-deserving, and while it's fun to participate in these, sometimes, just sometimes, a few are even more exciting because our next winner literally has no idea that he is receiving this award. He's probably never even heard of them. So everything he does and how he does it is literally because that is just who he is. One of the most humble, hardworking, kind, and generous souls you will ever meet. For approximately 40 years, you received flyers, emails, and updates from Council's fundraising team asking you to participate in our annual Dean's Flower Sales. There are several people working behind the scenes, people who not only make it function, but who go above and beyond what they are asked to do. Mr. Kosovar not only graciously allows Council to use the district's facilities, but also has someone unlock the doors to allow us to get inside in the event we need something. We thank you for that. But this award is not about Mr. Kosovar, as the recipient was told. It is about him. Very few parents or students probably even know who he is. But our winner is an integral part of what allows the PTA to function. It is about how he chooses to not just unlock the doors and hang out while Council is doing its own thing. It's about how for years our winner has hopped on the Dean's delivery truck, helped unload 121 varieties of plants and flowers, helped us sort, make sure that we know the difference between a Portulaca versus a zinnia. He doesn't hesitate to help gather orders or load them into customers' cars. When it's all said and done, he is helping us to clean up. He's even taking care of your flowers that weren't picked up in time. Bricks. Yes. Those beloved bricks. He has wheeled them about and moved them for us. He has stored some of them just in case there's another request. He's arranged poinsettias. He has done it all. He is potentially one of the humblest people I have ever met. He is fiercely devoted to his family and friends, and he loves them. He adores his girlfriend, Amanda, is so proud of her daughter and all of her accomplishments. And I agree with his girlfriend. His propane tank creations, he should consider selling them. Just a little story. So sometimes when you don't know the families, It's really difficult, right, to get people here. So with a little bit of like investigation in all HR appropriate ways, I found a name. I'm gonna go to the house, right? Because there's no phone number. So I'm texting Bev and Jen. Bev, Jen, I don't know where I'm headed. Bev and Jen, we have enough in the budget for bail. It's okay. So I pull into this driveway, and those propane tank creations, I'm like, I don't even know if I'm at the right house, but there I see it. An orange propane tank that has been welded, and there's other, that you can go ahead and stick some twinkle lights in it. He does these creations it's fantastic. He really needs to sell them. Mr. Woods, you often say that you look for people who bleed green and white. I assure you that this gentleman bleeds green and white.
Thank you, Jess. Well, I got to tell you, when you talked about moving bricks, I got flashbacks.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, I'm going to have a little bit of fun. I never get to do that. I get the chance of talking about somebody who is so deserving and is such a good friend. Keith Urban dedicates his career to making a difference for our students and staff every day in the work that he does. Those that know him know that he is our go-to person when we really need to get something done. And those that don't know him might not, because there's a reason. Keith doesn't like to be in the forefront. He likes to work in the background. He doesn't mind if other people get the accolades, because that's the type of person he is. For those that don't know him, I have a couple little facts that I'd like to share, just to paint the full picture of who Keith is. Keith spent all his time here in Westlake, went to all the schools. He was a varsity football player, running back, I believe, for the football team. He helped coach the football team, I think shortly after he left and was working with the district just early in his career. When he worked for maintenance for 35 plus years, you might not have known it was him, but you would look out in the field and you'd see a tractor and a mower going all summer long back and forth in the same spot. That was Keith. He mowed the same spot for, I think, 2 months at a time, just back and forth, over and over again. If you ever look behind the steering wheel of our dump truck during winter mornings, he was there plowing the driveways, salting the driveways to make sure everybody got to our buildings safe and sound. If you looked on the tops of our roofs, you would see him up there. He'd be fixing equipment or patching holes on days like today. If you're walking through the buildings, you may see him pop out of just a side door somewhere because he was underneath the building in crawl spaces fixing leaking pipes. He provided security. He cleaned up after athletic events. He, in his most recent term, has been working to keep your buildings clean and safe, classrooms clean and safe and sanitized. Now, I've known Keith for 12 years, and I gotta honestly say, I could count on one hand the amount of times I've seen Keith in long pants. He always comes to work in shorts, no matter what temperature. It could be the middle of winter, it's always shorts. But like the groundhog, if I see pants when I come in, long pants, I know it must be 5 degrees or lower, because that's the only time I've seen him with long pants on. Keith has a lot of hobbies. He likes working on cars. He loves fishing. We talk about it about every February, because I'm not sure if he's rubbing it in or not, but he likes to go to Costa Rica. He likes to fish down there with his friends. The pictures that he sends back are just gorgeous. I mean, they're huge fish, exotic places, not the little bluegill and stuff that we catch, but he really loves fishing. He was always willing to help. If you have a problem at home with your furnace, with electrical, anything like that, you talk to Keith, and he'll help you out. He'll even offer to come over if you need a hand doing it. You see, Keith is always willing to pitch in when needed, and he always does it with a smile. I'm very proud to see that he is getting the recognition that he so dearly deserves. So, on behalf of the Westlake Council of PTAs, we are proud to honor Keith Urban as the Ohio Achievement Award winner recipient. Come on up here, Keith. Now you have to give a 5-minute speech.
5-minute speech. No, this is unbelievable. This is totally a shocker. Thank you very much. I don't know what to say. Thanks.
Thank you, Jessica and Dave, and congratulations, Keith. All right, so we would like to take a moment and recognize our past award recipients who are here with us tonight. We are honored that you continue to show your support for this event. So please stand as you are able when your name is called and hold all applause until the end. Thank you. Okay. Lauren Backus, Vicki Baroni, Patty Barnes, Tim Barrett, Sarah Camden.
Stand,
please.
Half the room is going to be standing.
Yeah,
so
pretty
keep
much.
Standing.
Kathy Diattore, Barb Detweiler, Lisa Forshee, Dr. Scott Goggin, Sarah Hughes, Susan Hunter, Nancy Jackson. Oh, sorry. Diane Jordender, Karen Kane, Jessica Kim, Dave Kosovar, Aaron Kohler, Rebecca Kowalski, Mary Macias, Amber McLoney, Nick Miller, Megan Matu, Liz Pernot, Kristen Pugh, Jen Richards, Jim Sanfilippo, Sherry Sanfilippo, Nicole Sauer, Christina Savori, Sarah Tabling, Erica Taffas, I almost got it right. Kate Taffas.
Please forgive us.
I apologize. We tried to do it beforehand. We asked people, and I still might have gotten it wrong. Katie Tomich, got that one right. Lola Wenham, Bev Wilkinson, and Selena Zanotti. All right. Applause. Okay, thank you. You may be seated.
Okay, we're giving out 2 more awards tonight, and so some of our past recipients are here for the Helping Hands Award. That is an award that is district-wide, so there's not anywhere near as many of those awardees. But in attendance tonight, we have Sarah Camden. Please stand. Barb Detweiler. And Megan Matu. And the last award we'll be giving tonight is the T in the PTA Award, and it was also formerly known as the Outstanding District Educator. And we have 2 awardees from years gone by. We have Becky Kowalski. Please stand. Please stand. And last year's T in the PTA award winner, Karen Kane.
Okay. All right. Now, the presenter for the Helping Hands Award tonight is Jessica Kim. Come on up, Jessica. Oh, yep. Oh, I was gonna say I gotta hand it to her. Come on, Jess. She's been up here a lot tonight too, and she's running a lot tonight, so I really appreciate her. She's going back and forth with families and giving speeches like crazy, so thank you, Jess.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you for all
absolutely.
you do. No, this is fun. This is one of the best nights ever.
Okay, so let me go ahead and prepare this here. You all have to indulge me though, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Matu. I appreciate that. How about the back of the room? All right. I need you all to close your eyes for a moment. We're going to do a little visualization. I'm going to put my glasses on to make sure. All right, everybody? All right. I want you to go ahead, picture yourself on the Alps, the Swiss Alps. We've got some greenery down. We've got snow-capped mountains. I'm unfortunately wearing a lederhosen. I've got an Alpahorn. You'll know soon what that is. Don't open your eyes, keep them closed. And suddenly you hear from outside, Nicola! Nicola! Thank you. All right, there we go.
It's me giving the award. That was a ruse. One last award. That's it. Is it not? Is this it? Last? Nope. One more award after this. Sorry. Well, one more award. Two more awards. All right. We truly are blessed to live in a community that so many people do wonderful things. I recently heard, I have bronchitis, so I'm gonna I've been drinking so much water, and I wanted to use the bathroom, but when you're doing two speeches, I'm just holding it, okay. All right, I recently heard a twist on a Ralph Waldo Emerson quote. Brad Pitt was giving a speech, and he posed a question to the audience. He said, which is more important, the journey or the destination? And I thought, I was watching this on Facebook Reels, by the way. I do like them. At first I was like, his writer is so lazy. I'm like, that sucker's used all the time. All of it, that's what you use. So whenever they say it, he said, what is more important, the journey or the destination? You're gonna say? Journey. And he's like, no. He paused and said, no, you're wrong. He said, the most important thing is the company. Right? It's the people who you're with on the journey, going to the destination, that is the most important thing in your life. Our Helping Hands Award recipient today has been an important part of my life for I'm not going to look at you. Over the past 20 years. We met in early childhood PTA. Are you still here? Woo! I will always do that because you are the best PTA, right? I mean, no offense, but they are. 20 years in 2001, when our daughters were 1 year old, right? We were by fate assigned to a play group together. We loved, and still do, I do love, the early childhood PTA, okay? So we blocked out the second Tuesday of every month for our PTA meeting. This is what my husband would do, go to your PTA meeting. Because it was really just a mom's night out, because we went out every time, right? Afterwards, we went to some restaurant and drank beverages. Okay, in the beginning, we felt real guilty. As the kids aged, we were like, see ya, put them to bed, good luck, right? So she jumped right in. She volunteered for so many things that by 2006, she won the Ohio Achievement Award for Early Childhood PTA. But she didn't let that stop her. All three of her amazing kids who are here today, Bennett and Nina. Kara's at Ohio State. Every PTA, every school that they were in, she was part of that PTA. She was active in that PTA, and oftentimes doing multiple things for the PTAs. What her favorite position, I don't know if it's her favorite, but she did it a lot. Her favorite position was treasurer, right? She was treasurer for Holly Lane. She was treasurer for Lee Bernison. She was treasurer for the high school and treasurer for council, okay? Now, as nominating committee people know, okay, finding a person who wants to be treasurer is like finding a unicorn, right? A little type A dedicated unicorn, right? So but she did other things besides being treasurer, okay? She would either volunteer with or do or go on such committees. Road Trip North America, I love those. World Culture Day, Young Authors Program, Civil War Ball. Oh, I missed that too. And she's always reading the senior scholarship applications. I did it 1 year. Okay? There were like 50 applications, and you have to read them and rank them. She's done it every year I've known her. God bless you for that. God bless. And whoever else does it, because there's a whole team of people, not me. Don't ask me. Okay. Okay, this is her last year of the PTA. Bennett is a senior. She could have just laid back, right, and just been like, just casually went to things. She's doing Dollars for Scholars because she said she was today when you texted me. But instead, for the past 2 years, she's chaired this fantastic event. She loves this event. I think it's her favorite. She loves this event. She loves organizing it. She loves like tricking people to get them here. She loves recognizing those people who did wonderful things. Her volunteer efforts, though, extend beyond the PTA, right? So she has 3 kids, and her kids, very similar to Hardup's kids, right? She was always running back and forth back, gymnastics, swimming, lacrosse, cheerleading, what else was there? Lacrosse, golf, always back, forth. She would do team dinners, hoop, soccer. Sorry, Kara, she's not here. She would do team dinners, work all the different things that she did for that. Currently, though, she's also involved in the Boy Scouts, right? Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts. She is the snack shack, and instead of coordinator, I made you a commander, right? So a snack shack is a little like concession stand at Clegg Park. So if your kid is playing baseball or you're listening to one of those beautiful concerts and you want something to drink or eat, she organized the people there to serve you, okay? So thank you, Beverly, and the Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. The last thing, let me talk about, so I do have to say congratulations to Bennett again because you weren't in the room. He is also an Eagle Scout. He and the Hardups 2 weeks ago just got recognized. The last thing I would like to share about Bev is that Bev raises money for breast cancer. For the past 8 years, she has done the Susan G. Komen 3-day, 60-mile walk, okay, 60 miles, and raised over $20,000. It began at first because her best friend Allison is a breast cancer survivor, and they wanted to do it to raise funds and build awareness to help find the cure, and we hope to find the cure in this lifetime. Bev and I shared so many fun and life-changing events together. The births of our 2 younger children, right? Because we only started with the one. We had broken legs, and I didn't have the broken leg. She had the broken leg because she fell off a float during 4th of July, early childhood. You fell. We made it through surgeries, we made it through birthdays, we made it through the losses of our fathers. We made it through graduations. It's bronchitis. I am blessed to have Bev as one of the people in my company, that I consider my company. I am a better person for having her in my life. I am thrilled to present her with the Helping Hands Award.
So three of our Founders Day chairs or co-chairs have won. That's highly unusual. So we didn't plan this at all, of course. I was very surprised. Jen and I, we both knew we were nominated, so we recused ourselves from voting, et cetera. She handled one side, I handled the other side, and they didn't meet. But nobody let on that, I won. So it is a surprise, and I'm very grateful. Like everybody else, I do what's right. I do what needs to be done. I'm not the president. I'm not the outspoken person, the cheerleader or whatever. I'm the person that kind of, picks up the stuff that needs done that nobody else wants to do. Treasure, Nobody really wants to do that. The audit, nobody wants to do that either. So I'll do that when I'm not being treasurer, but I'm usually treasurer. And nobody seemed to want to do Founders Day. And I'm like, oh, this is a fantastic event. We've really got to keep it going and get some energy here, and keep it going after COVID. So I volunteered for that as well. This is my last year. Bennett's a senior, and I've had 23 years in the PTAs here. I was sitting in the council meeting the other day, and I'm like, oh, wow, I'm not going to do this anymore after a couple more months. And I'm like, what am I going to do with my time? So I don't know what I'm going to do with my time yet. Somebody was already suggesting to me that I become on the Westlake Education Fund. So I heard that. And, maybe I don't know, clean my house or something. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to thank everybody for this award. It means a lot to me. And I think, everybody in the room who's won awards before is like, boy, there's so many other people who do so much more, and you don't even, you don't think about getting an award for what you're doing. You just think about helping the kids out and the PTA out. But thank you very much.
Thank you to Jessica, the cover, and thank you to Nicole for that amazing speech. And obviously, congratulations to Bev, well deserved. And before she runs out, I'm gonna miss you next year. So tonight, the presenters for the T and the PTA award are Sherry Sanfilippo. I think she's been up here a few times. Sarah Hughes, sounds like a familiar name, and Elise Moore.
We have one more presenter with us tonight, Diane Metzger. No, that's okay. All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here and sitting through all of our speeches. Half of them I have made, so thank you. So we have the privilege of presenting the T and PTA Award to one of Westlake's finest educators. This inspirational educator has made a lasting, positive impression on our children, as well as each child fortunate enough to call him their teacher. It's going to be a hard one to get through.
Mr. Damian Headings. And you'll have to excuse us because as we speak about you, we really are speaking about our children. So if there's any tears, that's why. You are an exceptional teacher who has made a profound impact on the lives of countless students. Damien is not just an ordinary teacher, but someone who has dedicated his life to shaping young minds and inspiring a love for learning. One of the remarkable qualities of Mr. Headings is his ability to make learning fun and engaging. Through hands-on activities, interactive discussions, and creative projects, he creates an environment where students are excited to come to class and eager to participate. He understands that when students are actively involved in their learning, they retain information better and develop a genuine passion for the subject matter. With his unwavering passion for education and unwavering commitment to their success, he has transformed the classroom into a place of discovery, growth, and empowerment. And if I may ad-lib a little bit, Sherry collected all our thoughts very lovely, but the thing that stands out to me about Mr. Headings, I was a teacher before I had children, and Mr. Headings invites his students once a week to eat lunch either in his classroom with him, or if it's nice outside, he takes them out into the courtyard and they eat lunch. And as a teacher, usually you need that hour or that 50 minutes as a restorative time. And the fact that he weekly finds spending time with his students on his break restorative is indicative of the kind of person he is. So we appreciate that.
Mr. Headings possesses a unique ability to connect with his students on a personal level. He creates an inclusive and nurturing environment where everyone feels very valued and respected. He understands that every student has their own unique set of strengths and challenges, and he tailors his teaching methods to cater to the individual needs of each and every student. Through his innovative teaching methods, his nurturing approach, and his commitment to their success, he has empowered his students to reach their full potential. Beyond the textbooks and lesson plans, Mr. Heading goes out of his way to instill important values in his students. He is more than a teacher. He is a mentor, a role model, and a source of constant support to his students. He teaches them the importance of empathy, kindness, and perseverance. He encourages them to dream big and believe in themselves, fostering a sense of self-confidence that will carry them through their academic journey and life.
Mr. Headings takes an eager interest in each child, ensuring that each child feels seen, safe, respected, and cared for. Mr. Headings shows up for his students. If one of his students is speaking at a board meeting, Mr. Headings is there. If his third graders are attending a school trivia night, Mr. Headings is there. For students with strong support at home, this is wonderful. For those dealing with challenges in their personal life, Mr. Headings' commitment is life-changing. Mr. Headings' involvement with West PTA is also absolutely magical. He is always welcoming to parent volunteers, participates in classroom parties or field day activities with his students, and thoughtfully promotes PTA programs and events to his families so that all can be involved.
Mr. Headings is not just a teacher, he's an inspiration. His unwavering dedication to his students and his passion for education have touched the lives of many. He's beloved by parents in ways you have no idea, Damien. You are adored by your students, and you are deeply respected by your colleagues. He is the example of excellence in Westlake education. We, the parents of his students, will be forever grateful to Mr. Headings for the incredibly positive impact you have had on our children. We truly cannot express how incredible you are as a teacher and as a person. We thank you, Mr. Headings, for the care you show, the confidence you instill, and for being a bright light in the lives of our children. We can think of no one else that deserves this level of recognition for their dedication, leadership, and love of education. It is our greatest honor to present this award to you tonight, Mr. Headings.
so I am just completely shocked right now. I just want to first of all say thank you to my family. Thank you to all the wonderful parents that are in and out of my classroom. High school is where I decided to make this decision to become a teacher, and it's the thing that I just feel like I was called to do, and I just love it each and every day, and I love the kids that come in my classroom each and every day, so thank you very much.
Woo! Okay, we're almost done. It is 9:07 and 49 seconds, and we had hoped to be done at 9, so we're really close. So, you know, if Nicole hadn't spoke, we'd have been done on time. No offense. Let's see, where are we at? Okay. So we're concluding our Founders Day celebration. We want to congratulate each of the recipients tonight, including us. I think we were both surprised, and I think everybody was surprised. So I think our committee did their jobs, and everybody was surprised, and great. So we want to thank all the presenters for their thoughtful speeches, everyone who helped get our recipients here, whether they had to lie or, you know, whatever, and the recipients' families for coming and helping them with the surprise. I think that's one of the highlights, especially those little tiny preschoolers trotting out here. It's so cute. Okay. We also want to thank Karsten how is that?
Kralovic?
Kralovic.
Yes.
He's donating his time and talents to take pictures of the families for us at the end. And Daria Scott, who is our student representative of Westlake High School Broadcasting System, and she is filming this for future viewing. Jen made the centerpieces, and if you look under your chair for a Post-it note, whoever has that Post-it note can go ahead and take that centerpiece home. Some of them got moved over here to make more room on the tables, but okay. And then we have a couple brief public service announcements. Okay, so the West...
Okay, shh. Thank you for looking for those. Now everybody be quiet again.
Okay, so Jessica would be mad at us if we didn't mention this. The Westlake Council PTA Spring Flower Sale's coming up soon, so check your unit's e-blast for more information. Pickup will be May 9th. Ordering is sometime in March and early April.
Okay, this one's a big one. Please mark your calendars. The council's next event is Dollars for Scholars. Woo! It is on Friday, March 15th. And here's a fun fact. Over the past 10 years, PTA Council and PTA members have awarded 240 scholarships for a total of $240,000. That's crazy. Crazy awesome. All right, the Westlake Demon Derby, which was mentioned earlier, I think, in someone's speech, March 23rd here at La Center, beautiful La Center. And this is really exciting too, the Taste of Westlake is back this year. All right. Thursday, April 11th, mark your calendars. It will be at the Doubletree in Westlake, the Doubletree by Hilton, right on Crocker, over there by Clemens. So Thursday, April 11th, come taste a whole bunch of little bites from the different restaurants around Westlake.
And we thank you so much for being here and continuing the tradition of honoring great people who do great things, who sometimes go unnoticed, and we make sure they don't go unnoticed all the time. Thank you.